right. You guys see the title. You guys know what it is. Okay? It is. We're going to talk about it. We're finally going to talk about it. A lot of you been asking, Coach, 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 I need you to talk about this. Coach, when are you going to talk about it? Okay, the time has come. Okay? I am going to talk about it. I thought about this long and hard, and I didn't want to for a long time, But I think it's time. Okay? A lot of people have been asking me about this sort of thing. A lot of people. And I'm going to go ahead and give you game. I'm not going to put this on Patreon. I can't go in as deep as I want to because I will need to go deep on Patreon. But right now, yes, it's going to work. Okay? I know some of y'all are probably wondering, man, Coach, is he going to the deep end? Is it? No. Coach is not going to the deep hole. He's not. Okay? But some people did. They truly wanted me to just talk about this. And I said, okay. I'll talk about it. Some people want to know. Some people have a lot of questions. And I know some of y'all do have questions, and some of y'all don't. Okay? It is what it is. I mean, this is not definitely meant to scare anybody, okay? Because, I don't like being afraid. And I stopped being afraid damn near 13 years ago. I stopped being afraid of anything. Because you don't have to, okay? If you listen to what I'm telling you, you never have to be afraid. You just only gotta just believe a little bit. But you don't have to be afraid. I'm gonna give some people time to get in. My number is 10, okay? Marcus Bell, the coach's first ever moderator, is in the god doggone building. Marcus Bell, I see you, man. Now, it's really hot here, man, where I'm at. It's over 100 degrees. So you might hear a little fan in the background. Shouldn't be that bad. But I am going to, cut it on, man, because I'm too cheap. I don't want to cut the AC on and, waste everything. But I see Marcus Bell in the god doggone building. Marcus Bell. Yeah, man. I'm glad some of y'all are going to join me tonight on this topic. This is definitely a topic that, people want to know about. I've been getting a lot of DMs, man. Coach, I think my wife been possessed. Coach, I think my mama's possessed. Coach, I think my daughter's possessed. What do I need to do? I'm finna tell you what you got to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get this thing worked out. Guys, you don't even have to be afraid. That's what a lot of y'all, I just want y'all to know. You ain't got to be afraid. You don't have to. Because it's a problem that you can get rid of. It is what it is. I'll start here in a few more minutes. And this live stream is for people. Okay, it's for people that really want to know how to defeat and understand demonic spirits and oppression. It's not for the people who, oh man, I don't believe that. Well, okay, then it's not for you. Okay, this live stream isn't for you, and that's okay. Okay, every live stream isn't for everybody, Marcus Bell, right? Every live stream is not for everybody. Okay, it's for the people that really want to understand what's going on. And I'll probably start this stream in about 40 seconds. So people can, if they want to catch this on archive, they can. And some people, they're just not going to touch it. They're not going to touch this. And, and I respect that. But I'm going to touch it, okay? Now, I'm only going to talk about the tip of the iceberg on YouTube. That's it. Okay, I'm not going to, go into major depth. But I am going to give you solutions to the problem, okay? You will have solutions to the problem. I'm Coach Shelton Harrison, and I am the host of Coach CSH Combat Sports Show Live. And I am a member of the LDBC. Also, I created the LD MMAC. That's the Lions Den Mixed Martial Arts Community. And I also created the LDW MMAC. That's the Lions Den Women's Mixed Martial Art Community. So, yeah, man. Yeah, got some things brewing. Got some things going. Okay, we got about 5 people watching. Okay. I'll start in exactly, I lied, 40 seconds. Okay, we'll give a few people time to get in here. Because I know some people are probably just getting the notifications or not getting notifications because we never get notifications around here, do we? Okay. And I kind of really, I don't want to, go back and forth and, I don't want to do all that. I just want to talk about it. And that's it. We'll start in exactly 10 seconds. And if you miss anything, go back on archives. Okay? 10 seconds. We're going to start. 5. Okay? 4. 3. 2. 1. And we're going to go ahead and cut the music. Okay, moderators, your job in this stream today is any haters, trolls. Okay, you guys get those guys out of here immediately because they're going to come and try to disrupt the stream. If we're lucky, we won't get any of them, okay? Okay, guys, welcome to Understanding Demonic Spirits and Oppression, okay? Some of you've had questions, okay? And I've been touching the tip of the iceberg on this subject, and some of you got questions. And I started doing it because the one sister, you reached out to me and you were just, and I can tell by the words you typed, I can tell that you're in a lot of pain, okay? You're in a lot of emotional pain. And that emotional pain sometimes is hard to deal with, especially when it's people you love with. But I'm going to teach you, first of all, let's just figure out how to understand demonic spirits and oppression. Okay? Demon spirits can enter your body through a number of means. Okay? They can enter your body through a number of means. You can also get them out. Some people, they accept them. Some people want them. And some people don't even know that they have them. Okay? That's just what it is. The number one way that demonic spirits get into your body, like the one that if you want to get one, the surefire way is overuse of looking at pornography. Now we have a lot of people on the planet, and I think everybody at some point in their life you watch pornography. I think we all have. Okay? But there's a limit to it. Okay, there's a limit. And when you're sitting there for hours upon hours, okay, during the day, and you're looking at pornography, and all you're doing is looking at pornography day in and day out, you're asking to receive a demon spirit. Pornography, the spirits that deal with pornography, okay, the spirits when you deal with pornography, those are very, very, very strong demonic spirits. They're very strong, and they have a tendency to take over your being. Now, people are wondering, like, Coach, what do you mean? What do you mean they enter? Well, you see, your body's like this. It's this guarded temple, okay? Think of your body as a guarded temple, okay? And shout out to my brother Full Time, okay? Think of your body as a guarded temple, okay? Your own body is going to protect you. Like when you get sick, okay? Your body got white blood cells to help protect you from viruses, okay? Well, your body also has a spirit man. You have a spirit man that's going to protect you from, certain negative energies to come into your body. Because your body wants to be positive, okay? Your mind wants to be positive. Your mental state wants to be positive. Your body energy, the aura, it all wants to be positive. Your body never wants to be negative. It never. Now, no, this might get a little deep for some people. It just might. But, I'm going to go ahead and keep speaking what I know. Okay, the human body wants to be a temple of positivity. It just do. And I know sometimes we get into our rants, but when you're looking at pornography, you break down those defenses. Okay? Every time, you go for hours, and you got people, man, this dude's probably watching us right now. You spend 2 to 3 to 4 hours a day watching pornography. And every time, for as long as you look at this, okay, you keep looking at it and looking at it, you break down your defenses. And see, demon spirits, they're going to come right in. They're going to come in and they're going to take up residence. And you can tell when somebody doing stuff because I'm gonna tell you, you ever go to the cookout. And I'm gonna give y'all a good example. You ever go to the cookout and it's like you always got that one damn uncle who just he can't seem to keep his hands to himself. He can't seem to stop talking about, the women at the reunion. He's always there. And I'm telling you, man, it's so real. It's that one uncle. Guys, that's not uncle. Okay? That's not Uncle Rufus anymore. It's a demonic spirit. Okay, that's what it is. But the first demonic spirit of pornography, man, is real. Okay, it's real. And as guys, you got to understand when you look at pornographic images or when you like look at that for periods of time, you got to go back and you got to clean your mind out. You got to go do it. You got to clean your mind out because every time you look, the defenses on your mind they're broken down. And see, once a demon spirit enters your body, you can get them out. Okay, you can get that particular spirit out of your body, but I tell you what, getting them out of there is going to be the issue. A demon spirit is that. It's just a spirit, okay? But they have to have a host because, see, the energy requirements that they need to live, to walk around, or just be seen out on in the earth realm, okay, it requires a lot of energy. And so demons, they can't really function outside of a body. So that's why you always hear people talking about, okay, this person is possessed. Demon spirits, they have to have a body. And if you guys remember the scripture in the Bible where, the demon spirit asked Jesus, Jesus said, well, who are you? And then the demon spirit said, well, my name is Legion because I'm many. And then, the spirits begged Jesus to cast them into a bunch of pigs. They didn't beg to be cast they didn't beg to be cast anywhere else because demon spirits, they have to live in a body. They can't live outside of a body. They cannot. It's impossible. So what does all this mean? Okay. How do you know? How do you know if somebody's possessed? What do you do about it? Okay. We talked about that first demon spirit called pornography. Okay. Lots of men on earth look at pornography. Women look at it too. Okay. And you think for a minute, yeah, this look good. This look good. But you got to understand what's coming into you. And see, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to tell you what's starting to happen to a person that's looking at those pornographic images. I'm going to tell you what's happening to them. Okay? See, little by little, you begin to transform into the person that you don't even know who you are. But other people around you, they begin to notice, that you're different. They begin to notice that you've changed, okay? I tell you what, I'm telling you, man, y'all got to understand how to see. Okay? And when I say you got to understand how to see, like literally see, go to a function, okay? Go to a family function and you'll find that one person that can't keep his hands to himself. You'll find that one uncle who always saying something sexual. Like guys, more than likely they're possessed with a demonic spirit. And I'm telling y'all, it's a spirit. Or you got, like R. Kelly. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. If y'all can't look in that man's eyes and see that that man is heavily possessed, I don't know what to tell y'all. You can look into R. Kelly's dark eyes and you can look into his soul and you can tell that that man is possessed, y'all. Definitely possessed. A lot of things flying around in that spirit. You have to understand something in order to get rid of it. Okay, we're going to keep going. And I know it just seems like right now, it just seems like I'm just kind of going and where is this leading to? Where is this leading to? Where is it going to lead to? Oh, I tell you exactly where it's going to lead to. Just stay tuned. Okay? Just stay tuned. You have a responsibility to your body, okay? You have a responsibility to your temple because when you allow when these spirits come in, understand that they're going to control you. Okay? If you've ever seen the movies like the Resident Evil movies where, you get the T virus into your body and then the virus goes in and manipulates your brain and you start becoming something different. Well, the concept of this whole thing is based on demonic spirits inhabiting your body. That's what it is. That's what it is. But that's the first demonic spirit I told you about, the one of pornography. I'm gonna tell you the next one. Okay, the next demon spirit is the one of violence. Violence. How many people do you know that they just naturally violent people? Like, have y'all ever encountered that person? They're naturally violent people. Like, no matter what you say to them, they always want to go to blows. Like, there's no dip. You can't be diplomatic with them. You can't try to break anything down with them. You can't do anything. This person, no matter what you say to them, they always want to get violent. Oh, I know I have. I know I've encountered these kind of people all the time. Okay? All they want to do is get violent. All they want to do is abuse stuff. Listen, man. Listen. And this is going to get real serious. So to the lady that you sent me that message. Okay? You told me some stuff. You said your son just not acting like your son. You said, when you talk to him, his eyes rolling back in his head. Yeah, listen, your son is under the influence of a demonic spirit. And I'm about to tell you, okay? I'm going to tell y'all a story, okay? I'm going to tell y'all a story, and I'm going to tell you exactly, what happened. And I've told this story several times. Like, back, when I was in my early 20s, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all two stories. I was in my early 20s, and, it was this lady, she had a couple of kids. And, me being in my 20s and she was in her early 30s, I'm like, yeah, boy, she fine. Heck yeah, she fine. Man, she fine as I don't know what. Real fine. And I'm talking about, man, I tell you, boy. So I used to go over there, and I used to do what it do. I used to go over there and do what it do. I go over there, but one day I went over there, and I never forget this, man. It was this voice. It was his voice. And the voice said, hey, don't get out the car. And I said, why? Don't get out the car. But see, I'm going to tell y'all, though. I went over that one time, man. And I kid y'all not, man. We was, her and I was doing our thing. And I just happened to look up at her face. And, her eyes went from, brown to, really just dark brown. And then her eyes rolled up in the back of her head. You know what I'm talking about? Literally, all you saw was the whites of her eyes. And I'm like, is she in some kind of trance? And guys, I need y'all to be serious for a minute. But then, when I blinked my eyes, her eyes were back. And I'm like, what the heck? What the heck going on? What's wrong? And then, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. But see, now that I look at this, I'm like, nah, I wasn't tripping. See, it was something up with this woman, man. She was beautiful. Beautiful as on no get up. But this voice said, don't get out the car. Do not get out. And so I said, man, who is this? And I turned around. I'm looking in the back of my car. And I'm like, okay, who is this? And, nobody was there. Guys, nobody was there. So, okay, I'm saying, man, forget this, man. I'm finna go and go handle my business. So here I am, about to get out the car again. The voice screamed and said, do not get out the car. Okay, so she was sitting on the front porch waiting for me. And I said, hey, baby, I can't go in there. I got stuff to do. I got to roll. And she said, what you mean you got to go? You know how many dudes want to roll up in here with me and you got to go? I mean, she was gorgeous, y'all. I'm talking about gorgeous. I'm talking about immaculate, flawless woman, okay? Flawless. And I just said, no, I got to go. Well, guys, when I left, she called me 2.5 hours later. And she said, Coach, you'll never believe what happened to me. And I said, no, what? She said, well, my ex-husband, or, they had been separated. He kicked the door in with a shotgun. Now, I want y'all to understand something, okay? Had I went in there and played that game with her, y'all know I probably would be dead by now. I definitely would have had my head blown off. I would have. Because I left my pistol, when I used to go in there, I wouldn't bring my pistol inside. I wouldn't do that. I'd leave it in the car. So I didn't have a way of dealing with that threat. Guess what? I'd have got my head blown off. Why do I tell y'all that story, okay? You got to be more aware of your spiritual man. You got to be aware of your spiritual man. You got to be aware of your spirit man, because the demon, man, that lady, and she had a demon. A straight up bona fide demon. Because I thought I was really tripping. I'm looking at her, and her eyes are just rolling in her head, and you can only see the whites of her eyes. And that right there, man, it was a creepy feeling, man. And even when she did that, before I was told, not to get out the car, I got up out of there, man. I got up out of there. I legit got up out of there. But see, I didn't know I was dealing with a demonic spirit. But I believe that I got divine intervention. Okay, on that particular day, I believe that I got divine intervention. Okay, I did. And I don't know why, our creator decided to say, hey, you know what, I gotta save them. Maybe it's because of the work that I do now with children. I don't know. But I do know that that voice said, do not get out that car, and I didn't. And I got another story, man, when I was in college. Yeah, I know the coach went to college. Can't believe that. Um, I was in college, man. And see, one thing that our parents taught us, man, they taught us, don't play with the devil. They taught us, do not play with the devil. And most black people don't really play with the devil like that. They don't. Well, back when I was growing up, most black people, they don't play with the devil. They didn't. Now, you got all these artists and people, they play with the devil like it ain't nothing. But we was always told no matter what I was doing out in the street, we knew, hey, we ain't playing with the devil, okay? Well, I was coming in from practice, man. And, I used to see a group of these people. I used to see a group of these students sitting in there, and they would be huddled up, okay? They be huddled up. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the story, guys. And so I would walk by, and one day they said, hey, and they were calling me coach back then. Hey, coach. Hey, coach, you wanna come in here and play with us? I'm like, what y'all doing? Man, we got a Ouija board. I'm like, a Ouija board? What the hell is a damn Ouija board? I don't know no damn Ouija board is. And yeah, man, you sit here and we all put our hands on it and then we talk to spirits. I said, hell no. I ain't talking to no spirits. I ain't talking no damn spirits. So it's 5 of them in there. And I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Okay? So one day I said, forget it. Okay. I wanna see what they doing. I would not touch that Ouija board. I didn't touch it. But I watched what they was doing. And they called up this spirit from the 1800s who was in the Civil War. Okay? They called him up. This one dude, okay, it was these 4 dudes and this one girl, okay? They were all in there and they were moving this Ouija board around. And the rule of the Ouija board is you should never don't touch the Ouija board by yourself. Okay? Well, these guys, they got tired of playing, okay? So they left, but this one girl, she stayed there and she kept playing with the Ouija board. And I said, hey, didn't they tell you not to touch the board by yourself? And she said, this not real. But when I was sitting in there, I'm like, okay, they stupid. They just moving the board around. They doing this. Somebody doing this. But this girl started playing. She was playing by herself. And she said, watch. I said, girl, you are moving this board around. She goes, no, I'm not. And so she was talking to a guy from the Civil War that killed himself, right? Because he got tired of the war. I mean, this is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm telling y'all this. But this guy was tired of fighting the war. Okay, he had lost his family. He had lost everybody. So she was talking to this particular spirit. And he told her, through the board, because you can see what he was telling her. He told her, hey, you need to consider offing yourself. This world's a bad place. And she turned around. I said, did you do that? She goes, no. I said, well, he told you to kill yourself. She goes, it's just that spirit's harmless. And I got out of there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Exactly 4 days later, this girl climbed, okay? She climbed to the top of the dorm, and the dorm had about like 12 stories, okay? She went to the top, the 12th floor, and this girl jumped out. She jumped out the window and she killed herself. Okay, why do I tell y'all this? See, another way when people play these little games, they play the little games where they, like the Dungeons and Dragons and all this other crap they be playing. You're inviting a demonic spirit in. And that spirit told her to kill herself. And that's exactly what she did. Now, and this girl had no history of depression, nothing. No history of depression. She was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. No history of depression. No, nobody. No suicide letters, none of this. But this girl, she jumped off a building and she killed herself from the 12th floor. I never thought it was a coincidence. And to this day, and then look, let me tell you what happened to the other people that was playing with that Ouija board. Okay? One of the guys got in this horrific accident. Okay? One guy got in a horrific accident. It was bad, real bad. One guy, he got almost mauled to death by a pack of dogs. Now, where the hell these damn pack of dogs come from? Okay, we're on the campus, but he got mauled to death by a pack of dogs. See, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's real. And people will say, "Well, coach, that's just a coincidence." Hey, it's not a coincidence. That girl and that, that girl was playing. She was playing with a Ouija board. She was talking to a spirit that was telling her to kill herself. So you don't think that spirit inhabited her body? It's not me trying to scare people or just, but I'm telling y'all, it's real. It's real. And they can get in. They can get in pornography, playing games. Okay, the third way that a demonic spirit can enter your body, okay, and this is a very popular way, is through music. Through music. Do y'all know that even some of these labels, they believe in the teachings of Aleister Crowley? And if y'all know who Aleister Crowley is, he pretty much, I tell you what, you go look him up, man. But they believe in the teachings of Aleister Crowley. Okay, a known Satanist, very known Satanist. Um, a lot of these songs, man, they do like the technique of backmasking. That's true. It's a true statement. Go listen to your favorite song. You can take the song, copy it, put it in a program called Audacity, and really play the song backwards slow. You know, these a lot of these artists, they backmask their music, and backmasking is a way to get into the subconscious. Like okay, did y'all hear about the Subway commercials, man, where they would backmask the commercials? And if you understand, the backmask can get into your subconscious. So when you watch a Subway commercial, then you would want to go buy a Subway sandwich. It's crazy. Like you would want to go buy it. You would actually want to go buy it. You would go. I mean, more than likely go get a Subway sandwich because in the back masking they play. Subway is great. Go get a sandwich. Or when you listening to certain music, you play it backwards, man. You can hear some songs they actually doing chants. Like I'm literally world. I mean, real live chants. You can get into the music, man. And some of these artists, man, some of these artists, they nothing but puppets. They nothing but puppets, but man, their music is satanic as hell. And I know this is gonna go over a lot of people's head. It is, y'all. It is. And I know that something like this is just extremely hard. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. But guys, it's true. I've seen guys, I got so many things that I can tell y'all. I can't tell you all tonight, but I got so many things that I can actually tell you guys about experiences that I've seen. And I've gotten to the point where I can see, I can see it on people. I mean, I can literally see when somebody is like tripping hard, but I know I'm not talking to them. But I would challenge any of y'all listening to this stream, okay? Take a song that you like, okay, copy it and put it into Audacity. Everybody know what Audacity is. Okay, you can play the song backward in Audacity. Not all the songs have this, but a lot of songs that you listen to, they got a feature called backmasking. When you play the song backwards, it's saying something else to get to your subconscious and subliminal. Okay, it's something that the music industry they use to get people to actually buy more records, okay, or to get people into a trance. Guys, this is real life stuff. And I'm not telling y'all stuff that like you get these people on YouTube and they put up these fake images of ghosts and all this. Nah, man, I'm not showing y'all. I'm telling y'all stuff that really does happen. Stuff that really I've given y'all three ways that demonic spirits can get into your body. Okay, that's just what it is. I give it to you. And Emilio, what I'm gonna do at the end, I'm gonna actually talk about how to get rid of it. See how to get rid of it. I'm gonna talk about it. But you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be really careful. And you always gotta guard your spirit, man. Okay? You always gotta guard your spirit, man. Because when you fail to do so, then you allow your body to be possessed. And when you are possessed, man, I'm telling you now, you are no longer in control of who you think you are. You ask any prisoner, man, any prisoner that go to jail, and you ask the ones that's there, man, like for doing these mass killings. You ask the ones that's doing these mass killings, And a lot of times, these people, they can't even recall. They don't even have any recollection of them doing it. Like the one guy that killed all those people, man, he didn't even have any recollection. He don't even remember doing it. That's because he wasn't in control of his own faculties. But see, you can never use that as an excuse and say, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. But he probably didn't know. A demonic spirit is bad, man. That thing is rough. But the fourth way that demon spirits can get into your body is by being racist. I'm talking about having deep racial hate. I'm not talking about like you support your own people. I'm not talking about that, 'cause that's not being racist. I'm talking about when you have bona fide, like really, really extremely racist ideology. Because if you're racist, that means you got hatred. And if you got hatred, then that means what's going to happen is that you're going to allow an entryway for demonic spirits to enter your body. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Look at the average person that's extremely racist. Just look at them. Do these people look very healthy? Okay, do these people look like these people are saying, do they look healthy? You go look at any racist person. Just look at them. You know they don't look healthy. As a matter of fact, they look like something is wrong with them. Anybody in the comment section, am I telling a lie? Am I telling any lies? You look at a racist, a real live racist in the face, and man, them people, man, a lot of them are hideous, man. They are hideous. Even some of the young people, man. And it's like, those demon spirits, man, they mess you up. They make you look ugly. Even if they in the inside of you, they make you ugly. I ain't gonna lie, man. Just the other day, man, it was this 18, 19-year-old. Just as racist as I don't know what. And I tell you something, she 18 or 19, but man, she looked like she was 50. Demon spirits, boy, they age you, man. They use up all your life force. They inhabit your body. And I tell you, man, they really suck the life out of you. They do. The demon spirits, they drain you of your life force and they make you ugly, man. I'm talking about ugly. They make you so ugly. But I'm telling you, go look at a racist. Go look at somebody spewing racism. Look at them. And I promise you, boy, they don't even look normal. Like just take a deep breath and look directly at them. Look at them. Their face, it's it's disfigured. It's disfigured, man. And it's almost like you can see that spirit is distorting their face. They're just not. Don't even look human. They don't even look human, man. Tell people, man, being racist, that's a quick way to get them in there. And see that hatred. Once you have that hatred in your bloodstream, it begin to kill you slowly. Like, have you ever been pissed off at somebody? Have you guys ever really been pissed off at somebody? You so mad that you can't stand them, you hate their guts. And then, in your mouth, you can feel it. I used to be able to feel the poison. Okay, going into my system, I used to taste it. Like I used to be so mad at certain people, I could taste the poison. I can taste it in my mouth. I could taste that poison going into my system. I mean, I can feel it. I could taste it. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's like bitter. This bitter taste, like when I used to like go around hating people. I made it a purpose. I might dislike a person, but man, I don't hate them. Like if I dislike somebody, I still wish them well. And I still tell them, look, I want you to be successful. I love you. But guess what? I can't deal with you, but I love you. I ain't going to never hate nobody. I don't even care if they're racist. I'll dislike them. I'll say I can't stand them, but I will never wish death on them. None of that stuff, because as soon as you do that, you allow demon spirit to manifest in your body. And then those spirits, they begin to sap the life force out of you. And guess what? When you die, demon spirits, they go to the next person to inhabit their body. That's what they do. That's what they do. I'm going to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you. Just walk around. You guys walk around. I mean, be aware of your environment. Like, walk around. Guys, I can show y'all so much stuff. I can show y'all so much stuff. I can even show you, like even looking at the stop signs and the signs in your neighborhood. I can tell you everything that's going down. Everything. Guys, people say, are you a conspiracy theorist? No. Now, I'm not into the conspiracy theory, but I can tell you that some things are not a theory. Shout out to Rugby Queen. How you doing, Rugby Queen? That's my sister from another mom, and I love her like man. That's my sister. I love Ruby Queen. She's an awesome girl. But look, we keep on going. Okay. Some people they're gonna be afraid. They'll be afraid to even tell you that they think they may be possessed. So let me go back over the four things that I've talked about. Okay. Let me go back over. Okay. The first one I said the way to get a demon spirit into your body is through pornography. Guys that look at pornography for hours and hours on a day, you better believe, man, they got a demon spirit. Okay? Seriously. You got to believe they got it in there. And I'm going to tell you, and I told y'all, you go to that family function, you got that uncle that can't stop looking at your chest, that can't stop touching you, that can't stop complimenting you, I'm telling you, that uncle, you get him drunk, the demon spirit gonna come out of him for real, and you gonna see exactly what he is. And if you are left alone in a room with that uncle or whoever it is in your family, if you're left alone in a room with him, he is going to try to have liberties with you. That's what's gonna happen. But that's the spirit of pornography, and that spirit of pornography is dangerous, man. That spirit of pornography will take your life. It will take your life. Matter of fact, they say people they didn't even watch pornography. You know that they make less money. Did y'all know that? People that watch pornography, they make less money. They never on time. They always late. And it's probably the reason why, because you late because you can't get off the computer looking at pornography. That's just what it is. People who look at pornography, they got less money. They always late. And guess what? They're not good people in their family. Okay, they're disliked by multiple people in their family. This is pornography. The spirit of pornography. If some of y'all are watching that crap for 3 and 4 hours a day, y'all better get off that, man, because you're endangering your life, and that demon spirit, you're opening the doorway for something to get in there that you don't want in there. Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna start out with pornography. Okay. It's gonna start out with pornography. You're gonna start looking and looking and looking and looking, and that's how it starts. And then you're gonna go from looking at pornography to when you get around function and you're gonna see somebody who look good, you're gonna look at them, but you ain't gonna touch them just yet. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. And then you're gonna go from there. You're gonna walk up and then say you're gonna try to make an excuse to hug somebody, and then you're gonna try to cop a feel. Guys, I'm telling you how these demons work. Okay, I'm trying to tell you how the spirit of pornography works. You're going to hug people. You're going to try to cop a feel while hugging them. And it may be for a second. And it'll be so innocent that the person, they don't even know that that's what you're doing. But that's what that spirit going to tell you to do. Then it's going to go from copping a feel to you going to go full-blown sexually assaulting people. I'm telling you. That's just what it is. That's what's going to happen. And I'm trying to tell you guys something right now. If it's you, don't even say it's you. Or if it's somebody in your family that's got these characteristics, stay tuned, because we're going to talk about how to get these things up out of there. But you got to know what you're dealing with. Because even when you talk to a person that's under the influence, I'm making it sound like they're drinking. You're not even talking to them. And you got to understand that you're not even talking to them. You're talking to what lives inside of them. What lives inside of them? You're talking to what lives inside of them. We talked about the spirit. We talked about the demon spirit of gosh, I can't remember the first one. Yeah, TJ. Hey, you know what? You know what, TJ? And it affects different people differently. But I tell you what, though, TJ. If you're one of those people, man, that you do it for hours, or if you used to do it for hours and hours, because it's guys that spend all day on the computer watching porn. It's guys that do that. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Those guys eventually they're gonna come full blown. It's gonna become full blown. It is. It is, man. The demon spirit of violence. I talked about that, being violent. You got dudes in your family that they violence, okay? Yeah. The people that's violent, you just say one word to them and they ready to fight. I mean, you got those people, that they got the spirit of violence, okay? The spirit of violence. That spirit of violence is very dangerous because the spirit of violence, that's the one that, like a lot of these shooters and these people that go out and kill up all these churches, they got the spirit of violence in them. They do. And see, that spirit can come in from a lot of different sources. Okay, if you have the spirit of hatred in you, I talked about that. When you hate something and you can't stand something, see, you open the doorway for those spirits of violence. Okay, having a hatred. We talked about that. I'm just doing a review. And then here it is. We talked about the spirit of racism. The spirit of racism leads to the spirit of hate. And when, and we talked about these races, how these races, you can tell when you look at their face, it's something wrong with them. They don't even look human. Like they just don't look normal. Like you see a normal person, they look, their energy, their skin color, all that stuff, they look healthy. But a racist, deep-hearted racist, it's like their skin is just, it's not, it don't even look healthy, man. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about that. So those are a certain spirit. But now I want to talk about a major demonic spirit. Okay, I want to talk about one. Oh, we talked about, okay. We also talked about letting a demon spirit enter your body through, playing demon games. Like I talked about the Ouija board. I talked about the Ouija board. Talked about that. Okay, and how spirits can get in there playing these little games that's dealing with demons. And I also talked about music. Okay, also talked about music. Okay, music can pull a demon spirit into you so fast, y'all. Okay, you ought to hear some of these songs. You ought to hear some of these songs. Shout out to TJ347 in that super chat. And we're definitely, we're doing it for the children. The book bag drive. Got that in there. And we will meet our goal. Shout out to TJ347. Okay, shout out to him. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this, because, I won't lie to y'all. Yeah, who haven't as a guy, who haven't looked at pornography before? But like when I did, I don't know, man. It just felt like I don't know, man. Something just didn't seem normal about it. And so I'm not one of those people that get overly excited about seeing that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm just not overly excited. And so and just something don't feel normal about it. Something just don't. And I don't know. It made me feel a certain way. I'm like, well, okay, I'd rather just had a real thing. I'd rather just had a real thing and just be done with it. That's just me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the LOL. Yeah, Emilio. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yep. It's always one. It's always one that's gonna do and say something stupid. But you know what though? You know I don't have no malice toward the guy because you know what? Deep down in he probably need help. He probably need help. Okay. He probably need help. It is. It is what it is. Okay. Um. Okay. Now the demon spirit of suicide. Okay. Um. This one to me is a very strong one. Okay. It's very very strong. Okay. It's very very strong. And when people you have constant thoughts, I'm talking about daily thoughts. Okay. You can actually allow a demon to enter your body. Now the first girl, the girl that I told you about with the Ouija board, a demon. This demon told her to go kill herself. Told her to. Okay, the demon spirit that she jumped off. She jumped off the 12th floor of the dorm room. And people, nobody would believe me. When I told her, I told one guy, I said, she was playing with an Ouija board because her parents they were looking for answers. But do you know back then I couldn't say the reason why she killed herself was because of an Ouija board because nobody would have believed me. Nobody. Nobody named Mama would have believed me, y'all. And I'm telling y'all the truth. Nobody would have ever believed me if I said that this girl was playing with an Ouija board. And the Ouija board said, you know what? Yeah, kill yourself. Yes, rag. Jesus, you're exactly right. And we're going to get to that in a minute, okay? We're going to get to that. But that suicidal spirit, man, is very strong. because it will begin to make you think that your life is not worth it. It'll begin to make you think that your life, okay? It'll begin to make you think your life don't mean nothing. And see, when you kill yourself, that's it. You belong to the devil. I'm just telling you now, as soon as you do it, it's gonna be far worse than what you thought it was. They know this, so they're gonna try to convince you to do it. And everybody named mama, we've all had suicidal thoughts. Everybody have. Okay? And if you tell me that you haven't, then something wrong with you. Everybody done thought about it at least once in their lifetime. Okay? Maybe, it's been a while, or maybe you didn't think, but just about everybody in the world, they've had a thought. You may not want to go through with it, but you've had the thought. Okay? We all have. But I tell you, that demon is so strong because they're really chipping at you, telling you, you know what, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it. But you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Because when you die, that spirit, he gonna go to the next one. He gonna go to the next one. Demon spirits can't live in a dead body. There's no energy in it. There's nothing to absorb. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna move on to the next one. And they're gonna go from body to body to body to body. You can't really kill demon spirits. You have to resist them. Okay? You gotta resist them. So guys, we talked about some of the spirits that you would see. We talked about, understanding them. I'm gonna tell you one more story, and then we're gonna talk about what you need to do. And I'm gonna tell you this worked. This really worked. What I'm gonna tell you. But one day, me and one of my friends, and at my first real experience, okay, like my boy, he say, man, my mama, she just going to these weird convulsions. And I'm like, what you mean your mama going to convulsions? She going to convulsions? Like what? Well, yeah, man. My mama, she started foaming at the mouth. And I'm like, well, you need to call the ambulance. Well, because after the convulsion's over, she fine. There's nothing wrong with her. She started foaming at the mouth. And one day, she was levitating on the wall. And I'm like, what the hell you mean levitating? The hell you mean she was levitating? You mean like levitating on the wall? No. He said, no, in word. He said, look, my mama had her back against the wall and she started scaling up the wall. And I said, y'all got handholds on the wall? He said, no. That's what I'm talking about. She was shimmying up the wall on her back, foaming at the mouth. And I said, I don't believe this. I don't believe it. So one day he called, me and he said, my mama doing it again. Mama, coach, seriously, come on, man, come over. So I get into the house, man, and I'm telling y'all, guys, I kid y'all not. Okay, his mama was like flailing all over the room, foaming at the darn mouth. I'm talking about foaming at the mouth. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell is going, what the hell is, I said, what the hell wrong with your mama? I said, boy, what the hell is wrong with your damn mama? Look at her, she got foam. What the hell? He said, this is what I'm talking about. And he said, if you go over there to touch her, she'll say, don't touch him. So, we walk over there. I said, okay, let's just grab her. And let's hold her down so she'll stop. Hey, man, it wasn't his mama voice. It was a deep voice and said, don't you effing touch me, MF. And when I heard that, I'm saying, what? I said, dude, your mama sound like a man. He said, that's what I've been trying to tell you, man. And so then, we didn't go near. So then, her back went against the wall. And guys, this woman started shimmying up the wall. She started shimmying up the wall. And I'm talking about, guys, I'm telling y'all this. August 6th, 2019. I'm telling y'all this. I seen it with my own eyes. This woman started shimmying up the wall, foaming at the mouth. She didn't get all the way up to the ceiling. But, it's like there was nothing there holding her up. She was moving up the wall. Okay, foaming. And I'm like, what? I said, man, we need to call 911. He said, they ain't going to be able to do nothing. He said, man, we just got to get her and hold her down. I said, bro, I ain't touching her. I ain't touching what? You crazy? You out your mind? I'm not touching her. I said, you see what she just told her? Man, she said, don't touch her. She foaming at the mouth. Do you not see the foam? And he said, yeah, man, but, it's my mama. And so I'm gonna tell you what I did, man. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I said, Jesus. That's the only thing I can think of. I said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. And man, as soon as I said that, she fell down the wall. She fell back down the wall and she was holding her head and she said, "What y'all doing here?" And I said, "What you mean what we doing here? Do you not see what the hell you were doing?" She said, I don't know what I was doing." "You don't know that you was on the wall?" She said, "I was on the wall." "I wasn't on no wall. I wasn't on no wall. How you figure I was on the wall?" I'm like, you was on the wall. You was on the wall. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's real. It's real. And not only that, her face was like distorted, man. Okay? Her face was distorted. Her face was distorted. And it's like it was just like morphing into I don't know, man. I'm just like, what the hell going on? I said, what the hell going on? But you know what though? To be honest though, after that event, I stopped being afraid because I realized that they really can't do anything. They can't do anything if you're not afraid. Yeah, they can enter somebody's body, they can go tell a person to kill, but they can't really do anything if you're not afraid. And so I saw that. I experienced that very, very early. The last thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do to get rid of them. I used to have what doctors call sleep paralysis. I used to have it, and it used to be so bad to the point where I could never move. The only thing I could do is breathe, and if I tried to move anymore, I wouldn't be able to breathe. Sleep paralysis, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was bad to the point no matter where I slept, on the couch, if I just fell asleep, outside, I'd be paralyzed. And I didn't know it was happening every night for about 3 or 4 months. I was getting sleep paralysis, and I had no idea why. Went to the doctors. They just said it's something normal that happens. There's no cure, just nothing. Just they was telling me just sleep in stages, sleep for a couple hours here, wake up, walk around, sleep. But they could never help me. And the one person that helped me, the one person that helped me overcome what was called sleep paralysis. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I saw with sleep paralysis, man. I had my minister, my pastor at the church. Okay, and I'm forever indebted to my pastor in my church. And people say, "Why you go to church?" Because of this man, because of him. He told me, he said, "The doctor can't cure you." And I said, "What you mean?" He said, "No doctor can cure you." He said, "You're being visited." I said, "By who?" He said, "Demons." And he said, "You need to repent and get your life right." That's what he told me. You need to repent, you need to get your life right. Okay? He said, if you don't repent, if you don't do what I tell you, he said, you're going to get visited by the Spirit every night. So one night, this is what I did. Okay? I put a mirror right in front of my bed. Okay? Put a mirror. And because I wanted to see, you know, if my pastor was telling me the honest to God truth, I wanted to see. So I put a mirror in front of my bed, and sure enough, sleep paralysis came. And when I looked up into the mirror, okay, I saw something. It was a woman. She looked normal, y'all. She looked like, I mean, just gorgeous, gorgeous. Her skin was gray skin. But if the woman's skin wasn't gray, you would think she was a human. Okay, she was human, gray skin. I mean, beautiful. I'm talking about just beautiful. Looked like a concubus or whatever they call it. And she had these wings. Okay, she had these little wings, but she was like, I'm talking about, y'all, everything perfect. teeth, hair, nails. I mean, just beautiful. And in the mirror, I can see her with her hand on my throat. She was sitting on me and she had her hand on my throat. And when I looked up in the mirror and I saw it, I don't know, for some reason I wasn't scared. And basically, what I said was, as soon as I get up, I'm going to beat your ass. That's what I said. As soon as I get up out of here, I'm going to whoop your ass, is what I told her. As soon as I get up, I'm whooping your ass. And you can see a look of fear on her face, and then she vanished. I was able to move. Now, people would tell me, what, won't you read a book? Somebody told me read a book. Okay, you didn't see any spirit. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, I understand, you can tell me what I didn't see. You can tell me everything. You can tell me what you want to, but until you experience that, you can't tell me anything. See, that's kind of why I really don't want to go deep on these subjects on YouTube. I kind of don't like to, y'all, because it's just, unless you've experienced that sleep paralysis, you'll never know. But I tell you what, though, when I told I wasn't scared, and then again, I just said, hey, I said, God, whatever I've been doing, Jesus, whatever I've been doing, I said, I repent. And then I just told her, when I get up, I'm going to whoop your ass. I told her. And she disappeared. When she realized I wasn't afraid, she got up out of there. Never again. Never again. Yeah, never again. That's a really rare situation. You know? And I wasn't even afraid either. That was the thing. Man, man. Sleep apnea, well, that just comes from, it do come from weight issues and your throat closing. So, you can get like a little thing to put in your nose, and that'll help. Yeah, man. See, Reef, the doctors will tell you that it's called sleep paralysis, Reef. That's what they'll tell you. But, you know, my pastor kept saying I'm being visited by a demon. I'm like, I ain't believe him. Because I'm like, you ain't no doctor. You ain't got no doctor degree. You can't tell. Man, come on. I didn't believe that. But, I wanted to see if he was telling the truth. So I just thought, let me put a mirror in front of my bed. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. Um, that kind of thing, though, when I started thinking about it, now that I understand now in hindsight that they can't live on earth without you. It is what it is, because they can only stay but so long and then they gotta go. I mean, I believe it. I believe it. But now let's talk about what we need to do. Okay, as people, you don't have to be overly religious to get rid of them. I do. I believe in God. I go to church, and I do. I worship God. I believe in God, and I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the God that I worship have saved my life. I was sent. Dr. Sabi was sent. Dr. Sabi saved my life. Dr. Sabi told me about God, and well, he told me that if I want to ever cure my illnesses, that's what he told me. He said you got to go back to nature and do it the way God told you to. This the late great Dr. Sabi. I met Dr. Sabi, okay, and he told me years ago if I want to cure myself, he said you got to go back to God. Okay, you got to go back to God. That's what he told me, um, and I believe him. Let's talk about what you need to do, okay? Now, for each spirit, you kind of have to do something a little bit different, okay? But you do the same thing. First of all, the person that's got the demonic spirit, they got to want it gone. See, if that person does not want to part ways with their spirit, then you can't help them, okay? Ain't nothing you can do. You can't really help them. Because if somebody want to hold on to something, it's like you trying to take candy from a baby. The baby, they ain't gonna give up their candy right away. They ain't gonna do it. You know what they gonna do? They gonna fight you and fight you and fight you because they want to keep what's theirs. First thing, the person you gotta, when they're aware and you telling them that, look, we gotta really get the spirit up out of you. We gotta do what we gotta do. They gotta want it gone, and they have to deep down want it gone. And then you and the person, you guys agree. Now, some people won't agree with this. You gotta pray. You gotta be in and pray, but it's what you say that's gonna help the demon spirit get up out of there. See, both of y'all got to believe. You got to believe that the power of God, and when I say the name Jesus, I'm telling you, them demon spirits, man, the ones that I saw, they got up out of there. When I told my boy his mama, when I just said Jesus, I shouted out loud. Because you know how you say it in vain, like, Jesus, are you sick? That's what I said. And she stopped trembling. She got up off the wall, couldn't remember what happened. Okay. And she's never had that episode again. Never. You got to pray these things out. You got to pray them out. If it's the spirit of pornography, guess what you got to do? You got to pray first, and then you got to play that out. Instead of looking at pornography, you got to look at the opposite of pornography. You got to look at the opposite of pornography. The opposite of pornography is love. Because see, what you see in pornography, that's not love. That's fantasy. That's fantasy. You got to start watching love. What do you do to watch love? Instead of looking at things with pornographical images in it, you look at things that's got people who love each other images and people who love our creator. That's love. Meditation, love, and prayer. You get the demon of pornography up out of you. But see, looking at pornography is like gambling. Once you get the demon up out of there, you can't look at pornography again because it'll come right back even faster. And that's the thing. And I know, man, pornography is a hard one, man. That's a hard one because we as men, you do have things you need. We as men, we like looking at the female body. That's just what it is. But if you want to save your own life, have more money in your pocket, and just be the person that you're meant to be, you got to give up that pornography. You got to look at images now that's positive. Everything in your day to get rid of that, it's got to be positive. But then, together we pray the demon spirit up out of you. See, we pray it, but you got to say the right things. That's a tough one, y'all. Pornography is the toughest one to get rid of because we want to hold on to it for so long. And we just, that's just what it is, guys. It's what it is. The one of racism. The one of racism. The spirit demon of racism is very, very tough. It's tough to get rid of because it's hatred. It's a hatred that you have that you believe is real. But the spirit of racism, it's not real. It's an imaginary war that people fight within themselves because they want it to be real, but it's not real. And you got to pray the spirit of racism up out of there. You got to pray it. And you got to disassociate your people, okay? You got to disassociate people. Disassociate yourself with people who have those ideologies. If you're a person and you know you're racist and you know you want to stop doing that, you got to get away from people that's got that same ideology because they got the same demons you got. Okay, you want to get rid of your demons. So you pray, you say, God, in the name of Jesus, I wish to no longer be a racist. I want to relieve myself of that demon. And I want to see people as equal. I want to love all people. You say that. But you can't do that prayer. Okay? You can't do that prayer and then go back and start hanging out with your racist buddies. See, unless they change, you can't go back. Because you have the same ideologies and you'll become a racist. It's just what it is. To get rid of that suicidal demon, the one that's inhabiting people and telling them to go kill themselves. To beat suicide, you beat suicide with acceptance. Most people that commit suicide, they feel like they don't belong. You beat that with acceptance. See, a person, when you thinking, okay, this is what I want to do. I really, truly want to do this. They just don't feel accepted by life. But see, here's where you start looking at your life and you start really figuring out what is my purpose of being on earth. Because see, your purpose to being on earth is not to die. And I'm telling y'all, if you're suicidal and you're listening to this, you have an assignment to somebody on earth. that you got to do something, okay? But your purpose is not to die. Because, see, when you do that, nobody can learn from who you are. Okay, you're supposed to be on earth doing. See, when years ago, when I used to have them thoughts, you know, and I've been visited by a higher power twice. And when I tried, I was suicidal like 20 years ago, like years ago, because I was just doing all kind of crazy stuff, and I just didn't care about what happened. I had something, just like the voice that I heard in the car. I heard that voice. It's not time yet. I need you to do my work. I need you to do what I need you to do. That's what the voice told me. You've been doing everything that I told you not to do. Now, what I need you doing is I need you mentoring these kids. Now, yours might be different, but that voice was telling me you need to mentor these kids. Now, I fought that for years. I don't want to deal with no children. I don't want to deal with no kids. I don't want to deal with no children. For what? Why? I fought it for years, y'all, for years and years and years. But I had to succumb to what the higher power wanted me to do. I had to do it. Okay? If I didn't, I would have succumbed to the spirit of suicide. Yes. Yeah. It's deep, y'all. It's very, very deep. But what's the common denominator with all these demonic spirits? Guys, you got to be willing to make a change in your life. See, you can't just pray and say, "Oh God, please help me." They got to go. They got to go. Lord, please help me. Oh, please. Okay? Please, 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 please. YouTube. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Oh, man. Hold on, guys. YouTube interrupting. Let's see. I'm just gonna get rid of. I don't know what this thing. Give me a minute, y'all. Ah, boy, you gotta go to YouTube. Tell you, boy, it is really tough. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to kind of cut it off here in a minute. But I tell y'all, it's what it is, guys. You gotta live your life, and you gotta understand, what makes you happy. That's the thing. You gotta understand what makes you happy, but you gotta be willing to disassociate with everything negative that's causing you to be in the state that you at. Because you can't just pray and expect, God to do it for you. You got to do something too. It's a responsibility. After that prayer's going forward, you got to do something. Okay, and you're strong enough to do it. Okay, we're made to be strong people. Okay, we are strong people. Okay, we all are. It's already in us. You just got to access that higher power. You got to access that higher power. Okay, you do. You got to access that higher power. Okay, and that's all you got to do. That's it, and you'll be okay. Guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, okay? And this for anybody. You don't have to identify yourself and name yourself. Don't do that. Um, if you think that you may be under the influence, okay, I'm gonna start off with this, okay? I'm gonna start off with this, and I'm gonna read y'all a scripture, okay? I'm gonna read y'all the scripture, and basically I'm gonna show you what's up, okay? We're gonna talk about the spirit of fear, okay? We're gonna talk about the spirit of fear. We're gonna talk about this, okay? The spirit of fear. We're going to say a prayer, and that's going to disrupt. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to read y'all the scripture. And whenever I deal with fear, or if I think that I'm about to deal with something that's going to scare me, okay, I go and I say this, I say the scripture, okay? And it goes like this, okay? It's Isaiah 41:10 through 15. And you guys, you've heard me say this before over and over and over, but I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, okay? Here it is. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, because I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yes, I will help thee. Yes, I will uphold thee with my right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against me shall be ashamed and confounded, and they shall be as nothing. And they that strive with me shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that were against me shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord thy God, will hold your right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help you. And when I'm going to read through Isaiah 43, 1 through 5, and it goes like this. As I passes through the water, I will be with you, and through the river they shall not overflow thee. If I walk through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither will the flames kindle upon thee, for I'm the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel. Now, the reason why I say that, because that scripture deals with fear, okay? That's God talking about fear. And, fear can control you. Fear can definitely, it can make you not do what you need to do, okay? Fears control you. You know that, okay? You just can't be original. You can't do what you need to do because fears do control you, okay? They do. And, I hope you understand, where I was going with this. I hope you understand. I'll probably even go a little bit deeper because, some people want me to share with them, the truth behind Dana White. The truth behind Dana White. You just can't do it on YouTube, man, because, somebody will have an issue with it. And then the video will either come down or somebody will just get upset. So I've just learned, man, I won't put serious stuff on YouTube, not about somebody. It'll have to be a Patreon. But hopefully this helped the person that sent me the email. And, I'm glad to just respond it. But I wanted to take a stream and just get out of MMA for a minute. Because, we've been talking about a lot of stuff, just MMA. But I really wanted to get this in. And I don't even know how long I'll keep this video up. Okay? I don't know. I don't know how long I'll keep the video up. Might not keep it up, Might just take it down. Who knows? Who knows? It is what it is. But you guys tell me what you think about this. Yeah. Tell me what you think about it. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream, and maybe next time, I don't know. Maybe, we'll get some MMA stuff going back. A lot of stuff we got to talk about. Shout out to TJ347 in that super chat. Okay, Rag. I'll keep it for 24 hours, It's just, I really do want to talk about more stuff like this, but I know on a platform like YouTube, it's not possible. It's just not possible, And I'm not saying anything that I'm making up. I didn't cuss. I didn't do anything really. The video is clean, and I didn't say any names. I didn't do anything really. I talked about what I've experienced, But it's just, I don't know. See, I don't want people on YouTube. I don't know. It's just some people, they can't handle it, It's just beyond reason. And I don't want to reason with people. I only want to talk to people that really want to hear it. And if I put stuff on Patreon sometimes, if I put it on Patreon, then the people that really want to hear it, they'll hear it. And I don't have to deal with, trolling and none of that stuff, I just don't have to do it. But guys, if any of y'all, if you're dealing with demonic spirits, man, I'm telling y'all, man, you need to go ahead and take them steps, man. And there's nothing wrong with praying, okay? There's nothing wrong. That don't make you, a church going Bible thumping. Look, it don't make you anything. There's nothing wrong with praying, okay? But you do got to get from around the negative influences that's got you doing that. If you got a porno problem, stop looking at porn. You got to do it. If you're a racist, you can't hang around racist people. If you're suicidal, You got to hang around people that want life. See, every demon spirit that you have, you got to go do the opposite of what the demon spirit telling you. If you're suicidal, you got to be around people that love living. That's gonna make you feel good. That's gonna talk good into you. Okay, that's gonna talk good into you and not bad into you. You know, if you're listening to crazy music, hey, why don't you listen to music that's uplifting? You know, listen to music that's not talking about killing and stealing and destroying. You know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Well, folks, I'm gonna end it with that. You know, tomorrow I'll be back. I got a couple of videos I gotta make tonight, but I'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk some MMA, man. I know y'all want to hear my thoughts on a lot of different things in MMA, and I gotta do some boxing videos, y'all. I gotta do some boxing videos. But guys, I'm your host of this live stream. Oh, whoa, TJ Rag. I see my boy Ticket TV in the building. My man BA ain't been in a minute. George Page in the doggone building. The legendary Ticket TV is here, y'all. Full-time MMA show this face. Shout out to my boy Full-Time. And y'all go subscribe to Full-Time MMA. That boy crazy. My man Eater 120V. Jawar the King. I said Rag, Reef the Watcher. George Page. Eater 120 volts. Okay, let me see who else am I missing. My sister from another mom, Rubby Queen. I love you. You be good. Okay. Let me see who else. Am I missing anybody? Tay Brown, Marcus Bell. Okay, thank you guys for coming in. Oh man, you want me to make a Misha Tate apology video? Man. Okay, I'll do a poll. And if a person, if my subscribers think I should make the Misha Tate apology video, I'll do it. Okay? But I'll do a poll. Okay? So we'll make it fair. Guys, this is your host, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Support the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.